Hello, my nerdy nerds. Welcome back to The Last Nerds on Earth presents The Five Crystals. You know me. I'm your host, Andrew, who plays Carley, the magical fire genasi. Last time you were with us, our heroes were making their way out through the swamp after defeating the evil life sucker Chad. Just when they thought they were safe, Black Dragon showed up in the middle of the night asking about the crown. Just when the group was about to engage the Black Dragon, Carley blasted his teammates away and handed over the crown to the dragon in order to spare them from getting killed. This not only destroyed a growing relationship between Aligrax and Carley, but created a rift between the noble paladin and the rest of the party. Will Aligrax ever forgive Carley? Will the dragon uphold his end of the deal? Will they ever get back to the Oriole? Find out right now.
You guys sort of rotate through the night, different watches. Nothing's going to happen. So I know it's kind of cheap, but whatever. We can do whatever the fuck we want. So we're going to skip night watch really quick. And you guys all wake up one by one.
I wake up and don't say anything.
Aligrax is just going to silently break camp.
I'll go over and try to help him. Listen, we're still a team.
Yes, we are.
That's all I'm going to say right now. We're still a team. And I'm just going to silently help him break down camp.
All right. Anybody else? Rain, did you have some abuse as a child or something you wanted to
No.
or something?
Okay, I got something that I'm going to say because he would say it. Well, I guess I'm not getting any scones this morning.
Dad's gonna be all right. Anyways. All right, so you guys break up camp. The dragon told you to head towards the southeast. Where you guys are right now, the Oriole is to the west. The dragon's to the southeast. Where would you like to go?
West.
I think one person should go with me. We need to get something out of this, even if it's intel or something to fight him. I don't know.
I'll go with them.
Yeah, I think I'm going to stick with Aligrax right now.
I think we'll meet you at the Oriole.
My Oliver, do not wish to reap this reward you were promised.
No, I don't need
It's
anything.
not a reward. It's an obligation to try to do something with it.
Call it what you will. It's even more despicable than anything you've done.
Well, I'm flaming up right now. I turn around and just start walking.
All right, Rain and Carley are headed to the southeast, and Oliver and Aligrax are headed to the west.
As we sort of split up, I'm going to yell hey, Ryan, we're cool, right?
We're fine. It's a shame Aligrax has a death wish, but we're fine.
All right, good. And I'm just going to finger guns in and then catch up with Aligrax.
All right, so we'll do... It's a tough one. We'll do Carley and Rain first. So you guys are headed towards the southeast, and as you're moving, you start to pick up a little bit of a trail. There are spots where the shrubs and the trees have just sort of been flattened, and you're figuring out more and more, maybe you're getting closer to where he usually resides. And you actually come upon this large cave that is mouth at the front of it is massive, very easy for him to get into and out of, and your best guess is this is the cave, but you do not see him.
I'm gonna use thaumaturgy to say, hey buddy, you around here?
No response.
You want to go into the cave?
Yes, let's go uninvited into the giant black dragon's personal habitat. That sounds like a great idea. Nothing could possibly go wrong with that.
Yeah, he said he'd find us, but he also told us to come this direction, and we're here. Oh, crap. I'd like to shoot a fire bolt straight up in the air. Try to signal him if he's around.
Fire it up into the air. Nothing happens. You don't hear any movement that you could determine to be his, and you don't hear or see anything.
Well, do we just leave?
No, let's go in the cave.
All right, that's what I was thinking. Right. Gonna walk into the cave.
All right. You guys begin to make your way into the cave, and it's not incredibly deep. It's not a long cave. You come to the back of it fairly quickly, and there is nobody in it.
Is it empty?
it is not empty. In the middle of the room is a large pile of gold and various weapons and rings.
Well, I'm going to walk back out of the cave.
Yeah, I'm going to as well.
All right.
Not gonna steal from a dragon.
No, not unless he gives it to us.
Yeah.
No way.
All right. So are you guys going to sort of set up shop and wait for a little bit?
Yep.
Don't really have a better idea, so yeah.
You guys just sort of chill out, and we'll go over to Aligrax and Oliver. You guys are headed west.
Headed down the west road.
That's right.
We're just heading to the Oriole, right?
Yeah, pretty much. I didn't know if you guys wanted to have like a conversation on the way or just wanted to get there.
I mean, we're probably like walking there and Oliver's trying to like strike up conversation every once in a while. But other than that, I imagine he's probably pretty steamed. So he's just trying not to make it awkward.
Well, if he's gonna strike up conversation, just know this, Oliver. The only reason I don't count you as despicable as the other two right now is because you were too frightened to do anything. You're not much better.
I know that he's a lot stronger than I am, and I'm no match for him. And I sort of grew up learning to look out for myself. So that's sort of what I'm going to do. But I'm also going to look out for people I care for, and that's you to an extent, and Rain, and Carley, and everyone on the Oriole. You guys are my family. You're the closest thing I have to family. And I don't want to see that go to waste. But we'll stop this dragon. I know we can. We just couldn't at the time.
Don't you see, we don't have the power. Nothing we can do now can stop that beast. We're just not strong enough.
We can be. We will be. I don't know how right now, but we'll find it, and we will stop him.
I hope you're right. It does mean something that you chose not to partake of the deal he offers.
I don't need any of that. I already got these sweet daggers.
You may yet have some semblance of honor.
I'm just going to sort of pat him on the shoulder and keep walking. I'll try to pat him on the shoulder. Probably end up like hitting his lower back.
Tap him in the butt. Good game, guy. All right. You guys sort of make your way through the swamp and come out into sort of like a rice field-esque, like the water's fairly high, but there's still like ground beneath it. And sitting out in a small dinghy with a couple of fishing poles is, I can't remember their name. Oh, was it Clyde and Cletus or something like that?
Theo.
I think, yeah,
Clyde
Theo.
and Theo, yeah.
Clyde and Theo.
Clyde and Theo are sitting out there with a couple of fishing poles.
I'll yell to him.
Hi! They look up. They're like, oh, hey, what's going on, guys? Hey! Oh, my God! And then they grab this gun, and they point it up into the sky, and it fires up a single green shot. Guys, what is... Oh, my gosh! You made it! We were so close to leave. But I was like, no. Lady Bianca, I'm sorry. I know you're captain. No, we're not leaving these guys. And then Theo over here was like, ooh, and Theo was like, dude, no, that didn't happen like that, okay? Lady Bianca said we had to stay here, and you're like, oh, but I want to go to Ladesh or whatever. I was like, no, you gotta. Anyway, hey, where's Rain and Carley? Where are they at?
They're coming. They'll be here shortly. So I don't know if you guys want to just take us back now and then just come back and wait for them, or if we just wait all together. But yeah, they're on their way. They sort of took a detour.
Well, I mean, yeah, as long as it's not going to be more than a day, I think we should be able to hang out if that's cool with you guys. I mean, we can get you back there and then come back. It's no big deal either way. Shut up!
Yeah.
I haven't said anything.
Come here! Right.
We good now. Did you get him?
I guess this is a good time. Rain and Carley can get to know each other, chilling.
Yeah, I guess we really haven't.
So before we jump back over there, they're where are they going? I mean, they know the way, right? You guys didn't get split up intentionally, yeah?
Yeah, no, they just
They're off making a mockery of everything good in this world.
Gonna take longer than a day?
no, they shouldn't
I
be too
hope
long.
so.
All right. Well, hey, we can just sort of chill out then. Did you guys run into that dragon?
Aligrax clenches his teeth.
Theo does not notice. Clyde, however, does. She's like, I'm gonna take that as a yeah. Well, oddly enough, we saw him sort of take off, like, last night. Like, just straight headed east.
Can you tell where towards?
East. I mean, literally just almost a straight shot east. I mean, there's Sword Mountains, and then Crypt Garden Forest after that, and Red Larch, a bridge, and then the High Forest, and just sort of goes on and on. I mean, Tribor's over in that direction too, but I mean, he wasn't headed to either of those, it looked like, just sort of headed east. Weird. We've seen him buzzing around a few days, and we ducked down, not wanting to, you know what I mean? Just not wanting to. So, we just didn't really want to,
If you see him again, bring it to my attention immediately.
Yeah, sure thing. No problem, bud.
Thank you.
I haven't seen him back yet, though.
So you haven't seen him coming back this way at all?
No, not at all. It was sort of like last night or early morning, I guess, because we could see him, so right as dawn's light was coming, he just sort of, so weird. I mean, didn't even because he'll usually come out, swirl around a little bit, and then he'll go down and land. Then, I mean, he might leave the swamp a couple times and then come back, but I mean, he just up and shot straight away. Weird. So weird.
I'm gonna look at Aligrax. We are a team.
Of course we are. Well, we'll find him.
What about Rain and Carley? They're sort of waiting for him. We sort of try to slyly say that.
Only sleight of tongue? Never mind.
Well,
they're on a fool's errand.
Yeah.
Torolo told us not to trust the Black Dragon, and they choose to do that very thing. That bears nothing to me. But I suppose we should try to send for them.
Yeah, what do you think of this? You couldn't tell, but Oliver's got a huge smile on his face right now. What do you say we pay that bastard back and take everything he's got?
Keep talking.
It's the rogue.
I mean, if he's not here, his horde's left unguarded, right? Let's take it all. Fuck that dragon.
For what purpose?
Because fuck that dragon.
That's a good reason.
Maybe you're better than I thought. You know what? I'll come along.
Oliver's already just darting towards Rain and Carley.
Well,
all right.
Farewell, friends. We'll be back.
Yeah, right on. I'll see you in a little bit. And the cave is actually not too far away from the shoreline, and you guys make it there within an hour or two. And you come upon Carley and Rain sitting outside talking about...
I'm just getting to know Carley. I'm like, so what was your life like before we met? Got any family? Where you're from? Just getting to know him.
Oh man, you're so deep. I had no idea that your life was like that.
Oh no, he tells you absolutely nothing about him.
Oh, I tell you everything. As much as we can get in an hour.
He gets you talking and then lets you carry the conversation.
Yeah, I did this one time. I actually burnt down a village like the dragon said, but no one was in it. It was abandoned. But when he said that, I was like, oh man, I kind of did that.
I mean, burning down a village is bad. You should definitely not do that.
Well, I was learning to use my magic, and it was abandoned, and it was all messed up, but I didn't mean to.
So no one got hurt then? It's good.
No, I burned myself a little bit, but then I realized that I could resist it a bit.
That's interesting. So you're fire resistant.
Yep.
It's good to know.
This is an awkward first date.
And my sweet vest. This vest hasn't burned up like the other ones yet, so.
It is a very nice vest. It's good that it's not burned. Do you think that dragon's gonna be long?
Aligrax and Oliver stumble through the brush.
Oh no, I'm not stumbling. I am beelining. I'm running past them like, have you guys seen the dragon?
No.
He's not inside.
No, you haven't seen him? Come on. They're just gonna run into the cave.
Oliver, halt.
He's in the cave.
He's in the cave.
Damn it! I'm gonna cast hold person on Oliver.
Okay. So he needs to
make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
Ooh, a 6 probably isn't gonna do it.
No, it won't.
So you guys see Oliver just power walking towards.
Oh no, not power walking, beelining, running.
Okay, sprinting. Comes out of the bush, yells, "Have you seen the dragon?" You guys say no, and he just keeps hauling ass, and then suddenly he locks up, and then sort of falls and skids along the ground.
Aligrax is gonna walk up and then like pop a squat down on the ground by his like by his prone body and just like, you're one of the only ones I can stand right now. Do you really think that place isn't trapped?
Well, yeah, I could do that. I could check those.
We walked in there and nothing happened.
Are you going to?
Yeah.
Look me in the eyes. And I line my eyes up with him.
yeah. So you're like looking at him, but he's like on the ground, and his like the side of his head, he's like laying on the ground in sort of a running position, like he just teetered over. And so he's like staring out of the corner of his eye up at you, and you sort of pick him up and have him face you.
No, listen. I want to make myself very clear. You touch nothing until we've thoroughly inspected it. You don't know what this dragon has put a scrying spell on. You don't know what he's trapped. We know nothing. Am I understood?
Yes.
Lovely.
So
I release the...
I'm guessing that you're not here to have a nice, calm chat with the dragon.
You two were played for fools.
Right.
We were in touch with the Oriole. The dragon took off and made a beeline for the east. He's nowhere to be seen.
Oliver's like walking around looking at the treasure but not touching it.
Are you in the cave yet?
Oh yeah, are we? Or are we
Look for
still
traps.
No, we're outside still.
Okay, we're still outside. So he's just sort of like eyeballing, looking in the cave.
Sneak into the cave. You can roll a stealth check.
No, I'm not going to leave him. I'm going to respect Aligrax.
I wanna do a quick perception check on our surroundings.
Okay, go ahead and make a perception check.
12. I rolled pretty poorly on that one.
Other than the general life of the swamp, you don't see anything.
About how big is the cave?
Large enough for a dragon to easily walk into.
Is
Ancient black dragon.
more than 1,000-foot radius?
I don't think so, no.
Okay. In that case, I'm going to cast Locate Object.
Okay.
And specify the Twin Crown of Uth Tower.
Okay,
If it's within 1,000 feet of me, I know exactly where it is.
Right. So you guys see Aligrax sort of chill out for a second, concentrate, and then a bubble, a gold bubble, like off of him very quickly. Sort of disappears into the distance, further than you can see. 1,000 feet. You can see 1,000 feet, right? I don't know. Anyway, doesn't matter. You do not detect the crown.
I believe the dragon is not in here, nor is the crown. That said, check carefully for traps.
Kind of like sort of like straighten up and salute Aligrax and then get to work on checking for traps.
Roll me a investigation check. You don't find any traps.
Okay. I was going to say 16. So
Rain and Carley already walked in and then walked out. You don't find any traps on the entrance or inside the cave. From what you can tell, he left. And y'all's knowledge, this is pretty common knowledge. Dragons don't leave their shit unguarded, but from what you can tell, he's just gone. So like if they're not on their hoard, then it's protected by magic, it's protected by traps, it's protected by armies, you know, it's protected in some way. And you're able to just simply walk in to this cave.
all right. Well, I did my part. Now you guys should look at some of the cooler looking stuff and see if it's anything that's gonna cause damage to us if we like pick it up or look at it, or you know, like kind of like that crystal was.
I'll do an Arcana check.
That's what I was saying. One of you guys should do an Arcana check.
Yep.
With an Arcana check, I think that's starting to get into the realm of Detect Magic, which is an actual spell.
Yeah, which I don't have.
All right, then I'm going to cast Detect Magic.
Perfect. Excellent.
Boom.
Think Paladins, baby. Okay, roll me a Detect Magic check. No, I'm just kidding. You feel a faint aura throughout the cave, or throughout the range of necrotic energy.
Okay.
It's not tied to anything. It's like a fog, a very, very light fog of necrotic energy.
Interesting. But there's no objects that like bear a distinct aura of magic?
No. It's like the air has necrotic energy in it. Like, you know how there's like electricity in the air, like no matter where you are?
Mm.
It's like that. It's so light, though. It's very faint. You can barely pick up on it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, there seems to be some sort of lingering necrotic stench of magic but nothing in this cave seems to be inherently magical.
So...
Oliver inches closer to the pile of gold.
Pick out what you want, Oliver, and put it in the cart.
Okay. Well, as soon as he says that, he's just stuffing his pockets full of shit.
So there is basically with the jewels and the rings and everything and the gold pieces, obviously there is 2,000 gold there. And there are like different weapons and armor. None of them seem to be better than what you guys already have.
Question.
Answer.
Are there scimitars?
Maybe.
I would like to look for scimitars.
Okay, roll me a scimitar check. Investigation. Investigation for me.
Oh, an 8?
Searching through, you don't find any scimitars specifically. There are some swords, but none of them are actual scimitars.
Tell me this dragon has never collected a piece of, like, plate armor.
Roll me an investigation.
Hell yeah. Investigation. 17.
All right, so you do see pieces of plate armor. You don't ever really see a full set altogether, but you could, if you took it to maybe like a blacksmith, like took the pieces to like a blacksmith or something, he could probably cobble it together to be rudimentary plate armor. And if you managed to do that, I'd probably just give you the standard stuff for plate armor. It would just look really shitty, which is, super important in an audio medium.
No, but it matters to me.
So yeah, there's like pieces here. They're like, one looks like maybe it was made for a dwarf. One looks like maybe it's made for an elf, a human, a larger creature than that, smaller creature than that. Like I said, you could probably piece it together and make it look, and you get the stats, but it wouldn't look great.
Never have I seen a dragon with such a pitiful horde.
Oliver's just like swimming in gold, like
Scrooge McDuck.
freaking Scrooge McDuck style, yeah.
Is there anything else you guys want to do here?
I'm looking for a magic ring, of course.
Aligrax did not detect any magic other than.
Well, he's not going to tell me, or did he say it out loud?
He did.
Okay.
So there's no. There are rings. None of them are magical.
Well, I'm going to say, guys, take what you want. I'm going to try to blow the cave. I know he left it for us, obviously. He did honor his deal in a way. I'm going to blow this thing if I can.
Yeah, let's gather up the gold and leave.
All right, so you guys use your super pockets that carry an infinite amount of gold, and you make your way out of the cave. And Carley, how are you going to try and blow this thing up?
First, I'm going to try a scorching ray on the entrance, just to try to close it up. Level 3.
Scorching. It's a huge entrance, like big enough for him to comfortably walk through.
Well, I'm trying to go for the ceiling part of it to try to cave it in.
I mean, you could knock some rocks off. You get your rocks off. No, you could knock your rocks off, but man, I'm messing that up. You could damage the ceiling a little bit, but it would take quite a lot to cave in the entrance.
How about a level 3 thunder wave?
Yeah, let's see.
If it doesn't work, I kind of have an idea, I think.
All right, yeah. I'll do it if you combine the Thunder Wave and the Scorching Ray together.
Sounds good.
So basically what you do is you slam your hands into the ground, and this wave of sound and smoke crashes into the cave, cracking basically the main entrance there. And then you sort of do like a spin move and like fire off some rays, and you hit it in just the right spots where like what would be considered the keystone of these cracked boulders falls down, and the rest sort of come tumbling down, and the cave is blocked off.
All right, let's get out of here.
Oliver's gonna like jump up and cheer and be like, yeah, fuck that dragon, and then just follow.
Just super chill.
Aligrax is gonna like take a dagger and like etch a draconic curse into the stone.
Ooh. All right. So you three are headed off, and Aligrax begins to carve this draconic symbol into the rock, and you hear a voice. Do you want the power to stop him?
Look around. Who said that? Show yourself.
You can already see me, but you don't see me.
I don't understand.
The sword at your hip begins to vibrate ever so slightly.
Put my hand to the pommel and slowly unsheath it and hold it up.
It has symbols dancing across the blade.
Who or what are you?
An excellent question, but I'd like you to answer mine first. Do you want the power to stop him?
More than anything.
Then a deal is struck, and Aligrax, you feel a burning sensation lock your hand into place around this sword. And your muscles are tensing up so much, like more than, like if you were trying to just flex, you would not be able to do this and cannot like move because it's locked in so very tight. And the runes are dancing across the blade, and they move down and dance across your arm, and the burning sensation gets hotter and more intense, and your vision goes white and then black and then white again, and you can't focus on anything but the searing pain that's digging into not your arm, your soul. Your entire being is being marked, and then it stops. Your vision clears, and when you look down at your arm, it is covered in these symbols that were dancing across the sword.
What is this? What is this power?
Enjoy, and you feel this presence fade.
I'm gonna look around and see if any of the others witnessed that.
Maybe perception check. E3.
8.
Nope. Next.
21.
Okay, next. Is he muted again?
He's muted.
Swear to God, Ryan.
24.
So, Carly, you were you were very pleased with yourself. You were like, hey, I did what was right, and we also got a reward out of it. It may be an issue, but I'll deal with it down the line. And you're sort of thinking about how maybe you'll talk to Francois, maybe you'll go to the Adventures Academy, maybe you'll try and warn everybody that you meet. And so you're not really thinking too much. Rain and Oliver, you noticed Aligrax was kneeling over this rock, right? And so you heard like scraping sounds, and then you saw him stand up, look around, unsheath his sword, stand there for a good 5 minutes. That's all you saw. Rain, you said you got a 24?
Yeah.
Okay, so you noticed that he was flexing. You did notice him like flexing.
Yeah.
You might be able to attest that to anger, just mad and just sort of like bracing, because he does, him to have a short fuse. But anyway.
Probably just look at Rain and be like, man, he's been really pissed off lately.
Yeah, he has. I'm suspicious, but I'm going to let it go.
Aligrax is gonna walk back and join the rest of the group, and for the first time in about a day, it's gonna be a slight smile on his face.
You guys make your way back through the swamp fairly easily now that you've been back and forth a couple times, and you guys reach Clyde and Theo, who are once again fishing. They're like, hey, what's up, guys? What's up? And they like wave at you guys, and they're like, hey, how's it going?
You get any bites?
What?
You get any bites? You're fishing, right?
Yeah. Oh, like,
catch anything?
Fishing, but yeah. We got some
Holy
fish.
shit.
Yeah, we got some stuff. No worries, man. No worries. Why don't you guys come on? We'll get you back to the boat. And they pull their lines in pretty quickly, and they row over to you guys so you can all just sort of climb in, and they row you guys over to the Oriole. And there is a small party of people there, not like a party, but a group of individuals, and they all help pull you up and pull the boat up, and you guys step back onto the deck of the Oriole. And Lady Bianca is standing there, Watermelon Head is standing there, and Philomena is sitting on Watermelon Head's shoulder.
I'm going to walk up to Watermelon Head and hug him.
You look down, and he doesn't immediately hug you back because you're just basically wrapped around his like calf.
Yeah.
And he sort of like pats your head a little bit, like, ruffles your hood. He's like, bad day?
Oh, it's been a rough one. Glad to see you guys.
You too. He starts to walk over to the other side with you, just wrapped around his leg. And Lady Bianca steps up to the three remaining, and she goes, well, how did it go? Going quite a while, about a week. We were getting word.
Yeah, it's dead.
Well, that's good. So we shouldn't see any more, sucking, people off the road, right?
Let's hope not.
We do have to maybe worry about a dragon. Not right now, but in the future.
Oh, that fella that up and left?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah, we'll handle that. Sure. Yeah, totally. Let's go do that now. Are you serious?
Maybe not now.
We don't have to worry about it now. He's occupied.
Okay, well, we'll keep an eye out, we've got pretty good connections up and down the Sword Coast, so if we hear anything, we'll try to get a hold of you.
We would appreciate that.
No problem. All right, gents, where to next?
Well, by the way, he looks like this, and I do my minor illusion.
Oh, so he's like black and purple?
Yeah, without the purple. He
okay.
only
So
let me
just-
do the purple.
Yeah, he didn't look like he had purple, so just black dragon, okay. All right, well, we've got a run up to Luskin, unless there's someone else you guys need to be.
Actually, you gave. I found a map in Chad's lair, if I remember right. I forget what it had something on it, and I forget exactly what. There was something marked.
All I was able to tell you guys at the time is there was a map with a bunch of red X's over different locations and one circled.
And where was the one that was circled?
Pull out the map and check it out, dude.
All right. I'm going to go off by myself because kind of miffed at Aligrax at the moment. And I'm going to pull out the map and study it for a bit.
Okay. So she asks you where you guys need to go and go to walk off. And she's like, all right, well, we can anchor out here for another day until you guys figure it out. And then, we do need to head out within the next day or two. But yeah, so you guys are probably tired. So let's get you a good dinner in you. And then we can, move on from there, yeah?
Let's.
All right. Well, the chef has prepared his special fish. Had it for about a week. So, and she sort of, all right, lads, back to it. And, everybody sort of, the crew, which you've come to know, and sort of, like there's Bill, he waters the plants downstairs. And then there's Steve, who, makes sure all the sails, if they get ripped, he sews them. There's Alfred, who is not a butler, actually. No, he's the helmsman. So I hope you guys are writing this down, because I definitely have this all.
Okay, I actually am. Bill is who?
I think he waters the plants.
Yeah, he waters the plants. That's right.
He's the arborist. I don't know if that's the, real
Arborist?
world. No, arborist in this world is called arborist, because that's how I said it.
And then Alfred is not a butler.
No, he's a helmsman. So he mans the helm. Oh, I get that. Okay.
Yeah, that's where it comes from. Exactly.
Everybody sort of shuffles off to their respective duty stations, or if they're off duty, they go downstairs in the bunks. Some go down in the storage place and everything like that. So Rain is in his room. Where would everybody else like to be sort of at?
I'm going to talk to the guys real quick. 2 remaining.
Okay.
Guys, we should probably tell them that we technically kind of stole from a dragon, since we destroyed his lair and took all of his shit.
Well, not all of it. Just
They're probably
everything I could
marked.
fit in my pockets.
No, a lot of his shit. And
All of it.
yeah, probably tell them.
Yeah, I suppose so. I mean,
Mr. Quiet over there, what do you think, Aligrax? All right, well, you have to have an opinion. Being the guy that claims to care about people, what do you want to do? I say we tell him.
I'm gonna go to bed.
All right, so you move off to your cabin.
Mm-hmm.
You guys only had 2 rooms, right?
yeah.
All right. Do you share one with Rain?
I was with the Rain originally.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
that's
Aligrax.
surprisingly fitting for this situation.
Yeah, you guys got lucky. Otherwise, you'd have to move your stuff, and then
Yeah, that
Nice.
would have been really inconvenient.
so Aligrax heads to his and Oliver's room. All right, so you want to go tell somebody?
Yeah, I'm going to go talk to Lady Bianca.
I'm just gonna go eat.
Cool. Oliver is following behind Carley for a moment, and then Carley, you look back, and he's just gone. He's face first in a meat pie right now, so...
Yes.
I just kind of shrug and keep going.
All right, so Lady Bianca is actually up by the helm, and she's just sort of talking, just chatting with the helmsman, Alfred, about
Yes.
where they're going up to Luskin and the best route and how the weather looks and blah, 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 blah.
Hey, Lady Bianca.
Oh, Carly, yeah.
Something that you need to know right away. I don't want to put you guys at risk, but we went through a lot. and our group's probably not in a very good place. I had to kind of hurt them so we didn't all die from the Black Dragon and give him a powerful magic crown.
So you actually ran into him.
Yeah, we did, and that was the only way that he didn't kill us all.
Okay.
And Aligrax is not talking, and we were mad at him, and he left, and we took a lot of stuff from his cave and blew it up, and we have it with us now. So I think you should drop us off somewhere as quickly as possible and leave.
Well, you have some of Aligrax's stuff.
We have the Black Dragon's gold and weapons.
Well, he seemed pretty determined to head east, and unless he has like a locate person spell, and he really cares, it'd be hard to find you. So we'll stick to the plan.
I'm just letting
now.
you know we crossed the Black Dragon, and I don't want you to not be aware.
Okay, well, Carley, I appreciate that. Thank you.
Lady Bianca will remember that.
Yeah, so she says, yeah, that's okay. Well, we appreciate that. And, if we need to make emergency maneuvers, I mean, we've fought some pretty nasty stuff before. Never a black dragon, obviously, but we need to get up and go. We can get up and go pretty quickly. So we'll keep an eye out, and there's no way he can come at us that we won't be able to see him.
Okay. I still don't feel good about it.
That's okay. We sometimes do stuff that we don't always feel great about. But that passes with time.
All right. Well, I think I got to go eat.
Okay. Yeah. Enjoy.
We get a lot of monsters and Chad.
Yeah. Wait. Who?
Oh, the life-sucking guy. His name was Chad. He sounded kind of cool, but he wasn't.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, Chad. Then. All right. Well, really, Chad? Chad? Was it Chad?
Yeah, I was surprised too. He seemed like a cool dude. And then he said that he destroyed that ship and everybody on it. And then I blasted him with fire. Then we fought him. And then our buddy Tarolo, who we met in there, he was there.
Oh.
And we killed him. And there was giant spiders. And that was just the end of that. We killed a lot of stuff before that.
Okay. Well, maybe one day you can tell me the whole story. But right now, you definitely need to get some food.
All right. See you later.
Good night, Carley. And, she doesn't really dismiss you, but you head off down to the cafeteria. All right. Now, finally, we are going to go back to Rain, who is sitting in his room by himself. And you pull this map out. I already have this location, so your answer is not going to affect what I say. What is the name of your forest?
The one where my character is from?
Yes.
So I don't have it marked on the map. It's the High Forest. It's the really big one, literally like due east of the Mere Dead. It's massive.
Okay. Yeah.
And his personal village is like it sits at the foothills of the Star Mounts.
Okay, cool. Because otherwise, well, this might freak you out anyway. And I'm going to be honest, I didn't remember which forest you came from. I thought it might have been the High Forest, but that was just a joke. But anyway, you unroll the map. You might be already able to guess. And there's about 25 to 30 red X's over different locations. Some of them are towns. Some of them are just in the middle of nowhere. Like in the high ice, there's a mark one. There's one in the desert. The Anorak is what it's called. There's stuff all the way to the east in Damara and the Great Glacier in Vasa. They're just all over the place. There is one, however, that is not an X. It is a circle, and it is in the High Forest. It is on the east side of the Lost Peaks, directly north of the mountains that you're from. So It is on the very east side. So do you have the map open?
Yeah, I've got the map open, but I don't have the Lost Peaks label on here. But is that over near the grandfather tree?
Yes, it is just south. Like, so the red mark would be just south, right along that, right by that mountain range right there.
Yeah.
That's where the red circle is.
That's still uncomfortably close to where he's from. So he's going to be real nervous about that.
As you sort of get like this little bit of a shock, you sort of shift a little bit, and the journal in your bag falls out.
Okay.
That you recovered in the dungeon.
Yeah.
It just falls out.
I pick it up.
It kills you. No, nothing happens. So nothing happens when you pick it up.
I do open. I'm gonna open it and look at it, see if it has anything.
Okay, finally. An investigation check for me.
Okay. Because I don't know how much of like my backstory stuff you read. I don't know if that plays in here. I hope not.
It does. Maybe it doesn't, son. You don't know.
10. Just a solid 10.
Okay. As you're reading through this, in the very beginning of the journal, it's written in a language that you're not really familiar with. The markings and the way it's written is off. Like it's just something that you haven't seen before. But as you get further and further and you're flipping through pages, it slowly starts to become common, like common language being written out. And it talks about this individual's just life. And in general, he says, I woke up today and me and the wife took the child out to, the river and we caught a couple of fish. It's just everyday stuff. He doesn't ever name anybody. He just talks about it, and it's a little weird, but it's nothing out of the ordinary. It's like me and the wife, me and the kid, blah, 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 blah. And then you get to a point where it's a little odd. He writes in there, I found something today. I'm not sure what it is, but I know it's important. And there aren't any more, or the dates have been pretty consistent, a day or two apart or something like that. The next date is 50 years after that one. It just says, it's gone. I've sacrificed everything for it and it's gone. It's not going to be happy. I need to find it.
Does it say what it is?
When you're reading through some of the next pages, it talks about his search for it. And where he might have named it's charred out. So he says, I think I found and it's charred out. Like it's been burned out specifically just right there. And
that is frustrating.
The last entry says, I've found it. I know where it is. I had to do things that I wouldn't have been comfortable with so long ago to get this information. But I found it. Very soon, I'm going to go get it.
I'm going to spend a little while poring back and forth over this notebook because it's freaking my character out quite a bit. Just because of what's in the notebook and then what I saw on the map, he's like, oh shit, oh no. Because like his village has a purpose, like it does a very specific thing. And he can only think of one that it might be from his perspective. And that's terrifying to him. So he may very well be wrong. It may be something else entirely, but that's what my character knows.
You're going back and forth over this and you're reading and you're getting deeper and deeper and deeper. And then finally, deciphering some of the writing, you understand that there was a pact made with something of a different world. The pact reads out, essentially from what you can understand, is the initiator requests of the recipient to bring them something. And then you read over it again, and it's not something. It's some things. It's for some things that he needs to bring him.
Crystals. That's worse. Shit.
That's all you're able to decipher.
Basically, no matter how he interprets it, it's all bad.
It's all bad shit, bro.
Holy crap, now Aligrax has some sort of evil power inside of him, and it looks like the dragon might be going for a crystal. That was one hell of a roller coaster. Thank you so much for listening. If you like the show and want to interact with us, you can contact us on Twitter at LastNerdsEarth, and from there find a link to all of our social media. Also check out our Patreon at Last Nerds on Earth. Has some pretty cool benefits just starting at $1. Thanks for hanging out with us. See you next time.